Have you been struggling on how to manage stress in school and it has not worked out? Do you want to stop complaining about school stress? Well, Winifred Ogini has got you covered on that problem. I'll be sharing my 5 tips on how to manage stress in school. Well, as students, it's very inevitable not to be stressed. Very, very. It either comes from home, from family, from finances, or from relationships, or all of it, even from school self. So, I'll be sharing my 5 tips on how to manage stress. Number one is work out what is stressing you. Yes, you only solve problems that you know that are problems. Like you solve problems that you are aware of. You can only beat what is in front of you. So, if you cannot find out what is stressing you, you will not know how to solve it. So, ask yourself, what is stressing me in my school? I want to see that in my comment section as well. So, this stress could come from academic problems like you're reading, you're not retaining the information, you are not understanding. It could also be from clinical posting, especially for medical students when it can be very stressful. It could also be from relationships, from your forthcoming exams, like you have not prepared for it, or it could be from the fact that your friend has finished reading a course and you have not started reading that course. So you need to find out what is stressing you in your school. And after finding that out, it makes the journey very easy because if you know what is stressing you, you can solve it. So the second way to manage your stress in school is take it a step at a time. When you have found out that this is what is stressing me, calm down and find out how to solve it. And when you're solving it, work at your own pace and do your thing. Some people do not like reading timetables. Some people do not like night classes. Some people do not like attending lectures. Some people do not even like carrying big textbooks and visiting libraries. Some people prefer to read in their rooms than to go out and read. So you need to find out what works for you. Seriously. If you are pressurized into doing something else somebody does because you feel like that person is productive there, it might not be your own way of being productive. I remember in my freshman year, I went for night class and they said it gives people motivation to read. You see other people reading, you'll be motivated to read. Okay, now I went and I slept throughout. I didn't even read all the books that I came with. So you can imagine that I was very uncomfortable while sleeping because I slept on chairs. And another thing is, I did not now read the book. So I was unproductive as well. So while you're doing what you are comfortable doing, that is when you get productive. So the third way is what? Time management. Yes. We always complain. How do you manage? Sometimes your side hustle encroaches into your academic activities. Sometimes your religious activities encroach into your academic activities. So how do you manage everything? Calm down and create a schedule for yourself. In your schedule, divide your work on what is urgent and what is not urgent, what is important and what is not important, because this is very necessary. And another thing is, when you're creating your schedule, you have to put in your physical activities, put in your social activities, your school activities, your religious activities into account. Because some people will create schedule and put only book inside it, as if it's book that you do all day. You will not eat, abi, you will not sleep. So you need to put all those and be realistic about your timetable, abi your schedule. Be very realistic about it. Do not go and fill book inside it when you know that it's not book you're doing. Then
So, guys, the video got quite long, so it's remaining two tips. Watch out for part two. While you're watching, please subscribe, like, share to your friends as well.